Good morning. I'm going to share with you a couple of Christmas goodies. Now, this one was actually bought for me for Christmas, and this was a little Christmas present to myself. So I'm going to be having a look at both the girls. They are from Over the Moon, which is a Netflix film, and I watched it and it is so adorable. I know they're designed for children, but I am a sucker for such things. So I really enjoyed it, and particularly when I saw this beautiful girl, how could I not? And Fei Fei here is just so cute, and she's got a little bungee rabbit there. We've got a little jade hair there as well. So as I say, that was sort of a Christmas present to me. But be careful where you're buying this. I will mention it later. I bought this from Amazon, and if you go on eBay, the prices were ridiculous. They were a lot more than me buying just straight from Amazon, so be careful when you're buying them. This was reduced at Smith's, so that was quite good. So we got quite a good balance there. So I'm going to be opening these. I need to find a pair of scissors, and I will see you in a second. Hi, back to have a little review of the actual dolls. Now, I think I'm going to start with Fei Fei first. She is, well, you could argue they're both Stein roles, but I would say Fei Fei is the main character. And obviously she goes off to find this beautiful, I'm going to say her name wrong. I don't even know how that's pronounced. I apologise for that. I have watched the film and I still get it wrong. So I'm not going to say it and be insulting because I'm probably going to get it wrong. So I'm going to move her out of the way and we're going to go on with Fei Fei first. I think she is such a lovely looking doll. They are both Mattel. You can see they are a 6+ doll though, so they're not one sort of to be giving to a young child. And as you can see, I got her from Smith's, that's why I pre-ordered her from there. So it's Fei Fei and Bungie. Bungie is her little rabbit who is there, which on the cartoon is so cute. The cutest rabbit I've ever seen. Reminded me a little bit of the rabbit on Sophia the First though. But again, Sophia the First is Disney, this is Netflix, I don't know, but some of the animation did sort of scream a little bit towards some of the other animation companies out there. A little bit of information on her. There is another one of the one that I've got over there, but I chose the one with the gorgeous dress because I just thought it was stunning. A little bit of information, again the age, there's not a lot more on there, it's just, yeah, it doesn't really say anything. The film, of course, is Over the Moon, and it is a Netflix production. So perhaps they've got the same artists in. I don't know. So where shall we go? There's a gap there. I'm really rubbish at opening these when they're like that. I'm not keeping the boxes. I'm just going to go straight down. Hopefully. This isn't going to split it, is it? Oh, yay. That weren't too bad, was it? Hopefully not a huge amount of plastic in here. There doesn't look like there is. She just has the little elastic bands, which they all, mind her trousers, that they all seem to be using now. So that's her legs free. She has this scarf here. Now, this is relevant to the story. It is a little bit sad in places, but you know, it has a happy ending like a lot of them, which is nice to see. We all want a happy ending, don't we? So the scarf is her mother's. And that's all I'm going to tell you. That is the sad part in the film. So I'm really sort of quite pleased she's got that, because that's something she holds on to. I'm sure you can probably guess what that means. She has a little box here. These, again, are relevant. You see they've got a little rabbit on there. These are for the moon cakes. Again, it's called Over the Moon. It is all linked to that. And Fei Fei's family make moon cakes, and they're very popular. So that is her carrying a little box of moon cakes there. So let's get this one round your waist, missus. Again, mind I don't catch. Oh, and poor old Bungie's tied in. There's one there. Well, they're certainly secure, but not much plastic, so that is still good. So here is Bungie. Just look how cute that little rabbit face is. She's a little lop. We've got a little white lop as well, so I think they are absolutely gorgeous. So that is Bungie. Thought that was a rather odd name, but I suppose Bungee, bouncing, rabbit, something like that, perhaps. Oh, why is she still tied in somewhere? Oh, is it a hair? Oh, can't tell at the back. It is. She's got those little... Oh, 1 and 2. She's out. She's out. Let's get rid of that plastic. Yeah, she's got those little tags. Can you see there's one there? Now, these are a little annoying. They've also got to move. I've cut a bit of a hair. Oh, whatever that. I find if you just sort of push them back into the head, it's usually the best option, because they are annoying when they stick out, 'cause you can feel them. Right, she's got this gorgeous short hair. It is styled quite nicely. It's quite stiff. Depends what you want to do. Sometimes you may want to brush them out, but it does hold her style quite nicely. She's got another one of those tags either side for her headband. I'll leave that on for now. Lovely little fringe. What a pretty face. I love these little bits here. She's very much, I think Mattel have done a fabulous job. She looks like the little girl in the animation. She is dressed like the little girl. We have quite a lot of articulation here. We've got an elbow movement as well as a shoulder. That is nice to see. When Mattel are at their best, they are really good. Let's see whether we've got some leg bend. No ankle bend, but we have quite a lot of movement on the leg, which doesn't go much to the side, but she comes forward, so I presume you could sit her. Let's pop her down like that. Let's turn her, we've got to turn her wrist round, I think. No, we can't. Hand has to stay like that, I am afraid. She's got these gorgeous little pumps on there. Little pair of black leggings. I love the little shorts over the leggings. I think they're really, really cute. And we have a little velcroed up top at the back. And on the back, 2019 Mattel. So you've got your details there. I mean, again, we're looking at a Mattel quality here, so that is always good. The clothes are nicely made as well. I know some people have been criticising Barbie recently for some of the clothes, and I must admit, some of them aren't great, you know, when they're solid plastic, or, you know, and the dolls don't have much movement. But, oh, we've even got a little head movement there. How cute is that? So she can look really cute and coy to one side with her little bungee there and her mooncake. She's got so much to carry. I don't know how she's carrying it all. We'll pop her scarf around. Shall we put your scarf around? Maybe not. I'm making a bit of a mess of that. But yes, so she could have a scarf as well. But I just think she is a really nice, really authentic to the actual animation. Lovely, lovely little doll. I mean, obviously, if you've not got Netflix, I don't know whether they will be bringing it out on a DVD or anything like that. It would be nice if they did, because, like I say, it's a lovely little story. So we'll pop her there, and we're going to grab in this beauty. Now, this princess, I suppose you could call her, I don't know. I've watched the film, and like I say, I can't pronounce her name now. That is terrible. But she's on the moon, basically, and that is where Fei Fei is going to be going. I'm not going to tell you too much, because obviously it would be nice for you to watch it. And she gets to meet her, and between the two they find both their happy endings. So that is what's nice about it. But she does wear a few different outfits. Doesn't really say, and there's some lovely artwork, which is the same as on the scarf. So there's that link there. Again, doesn't really tell you much. It's just about the making of it, and it's saying that obviously Over the Moon was 2020 with Netflix, and there is Netflix. Nothing on the sides. I'm just reading this, that's all. Because I know look, when you watch it on Netflix, I think it's a collaboration between different sort of filming organisations. Obviously, we've got Mattel there. It's 6+ again. It says 6+ there, but then it says choking hazard, small parts not suitable for children under 3. But then it says 6+ there. I know they've got to do it. It's a disclaimer, because obviously they're going to be in trouble if a small child gets it. So you might have a 6-year-old and a younger one. So it's about just keeping it separate. But there is 2 different outfits in this. There is another outfit she wears in the film, and I would have loved it to be that one. I really would. But this is still stunning. And the other one's cute, but not quite as stunning. As I said, Fei Fei I did get from W.H. Smith's, even though it was a present from somebody else, and she was reduced down to $14.99, which I thought was quite good. And you can get her in the like pop star outfit, which again is cheaper. In this outfit, she's a lot more. You can see she's more of a collector's doll. I paid £59 for this. But as I mentioned before, be careful. I went on Amazon for this. I looked on eBay. I thought, I'll compare some prices, see who's the cheapest. There were people on eBay selling her for £80 upwards, which was insane. My son's got Amazon Prime, so we got free postage, next day delivery, etc, etc. So yes, don't always presume eBay is your best option, because quite often it's not. Let's have a little look, see how we can get in. That little tag's there's already open, that little tag there. There doesn't seem to be any like sticky tape or anything holding anything. So this looks like it might be quite an easy job. I know I'm going to speak too soon when I say that. So let's see if we can slide her out from there. Oh, well, that was easy to start with. There's going to be something. I know there's going to be like 30,000 pieces of plastic. Not too bad. Now, shall we go from the front or shall we go from the back? Sometimes it's easier to snip it from the back. You can see we've got all these little tiny little bits that I've got to make sure I pick up because my pussycat tries to eat them for some strange reason. So let's go for it. Let's take out our jade hair. Oh, now these two make good friends. Again, no spoilers, but they do make good friends. That is quite cute. So again, it's just a solid sort of figure, but it's very nicely made. Now let's find out all your different parts. I think obviously because they want to display the dress so big, they've sort of positioned it in with lots of little bits. I mean, yeah, it's good, but then it's because you can see what you're getting. But, you know, this is really not necessary. And so there's got these all weeny little bits of plastic, which you've got to make sure you pick up afterwards. Oh, they came out. That's still stuck to the scarf, that one. Oh, there's another one. I say, I do understand it for presentation purposes, but I don't think it's necessary. Most people wouldn't mind. You know what the doll is. Although saying that, some people do keep their dolls in the boxes, don't they? So perhaps it, you know, fair enough. Perhaps I'm wrong there. Perhaps it is better that it's displayed like that. So basically, this is just a piece of ribbon with lots of tiny pieces of plastic in that I've got to pick out. So it's just, you know, it's not a hemmed piece of fabric. It's just a piece of whatever, sort of stretchy sort of fabric. So let's have a look. Now we're on to the elastics. The only thing I would say though, I think I mentioned it before, if you're keeping these in the box and they're up on the shelf, that is great. It looks fabulous displayed like that. But I got some vintage Barbies a while ago and they had the elastics around them, and the elastics, because I took them out of the box, the elastics had perished. So they leave marks, or they just collapse, or they're sort of stuck. And so I don't know, that sort of makes me a little bit wary. Not sure how her head, I might have to take the whole thing out there. I told you this wouldn't be as easy as I'd anticipated. I should have known better. More little tiny weeny ones. You really do need a pair of scissors. And also these larger pieces of plastic. I mean, I'm not going to be keeping the box. I'm not going to be able to keep the box because the way I'm going, I'm going to end up breaking it. We really don't want to put a cut in her dress because that would be awful. That would really sort of spoil it. Oh, that one came out on its own. So how much more are we attached, Mrs.? I think it's just the head. I think it is just the head, but you can't get that from this side. It is from this side. Oh, that's one gone. Again, those tiny little tiny bits of plastic. Don't cut her hair though. There's another one. Oi, I did it, I think. Oh no, she's still attached. What's she attached to now? Your waist. That took some doing. Let's move that box to one side. You can see all these little bits. I'm just going to gather them into the box because I say I don't want my pussycat getting them, and I've got to sort out the recycling of various things. Now here she is, and isn't she an absolute delight? And that's attached to a dress. Well, you might want to leave that, I don't know, but I'm taking it off because I can't pose the girls if it's all attached. Another one there. Again, they are plastic, not stitched fabric. Now here she is. Now just look. She's stunning. She's again very true to the likeness on the film. She has her hair in a little bun here. It's not a proper bun, it's just like a little ponytail that's curled round. And then she has this lovely headpiece, which is like a headband. So it's tucked in. So again, I'm not taking that off now. I think I will though, because again, if I want to take a photo, I don't really want those sticking out. This is all plastic. But again, even though it's plastic, I think it's very well done, very authentic to what we're looking at, because this would be sort of indicated as hair, because you can see how there's the little strand, well, fake strands in the plastic to make the hair. And again, these would all be gems and all shiny and sparkling. The makeup on the face is absolutely lovely. It's pristine, because that's always a worry when you get a doll. You want to get a little bit closer She's absolutely beautiful. Moving down, she has some plastic jewellery, which again is held on by elastics. I'll sort all that out later. And it does unclip, it's just sort of hold on there. And she has this again is plastic, her belt, and that does clip off here. And it actually attaches with this. So that's like a two-part. Shall we take that off and let's have a little look? Yes. So basically, she has this one around her waist, which again is symbolising the ribbons. But it would be hard to have a fabric ribbon hold its position, so I understand that completely. And that just clips around, that doesn't even go all the way around, sort of like a headband really. And then this goes over the top to cover that. Which way up was it now? I'm gonna have to have a look. Was it that way? Was it that? Yes, I think it was that way. I'll not put it back on for a second. So under here we do have her arms, and she does have some articulation. We just have a bendy joint there, push that in a bit. Sometimes these do push out, that's okay. Usually they will push back. A nice sort of hand, elegant hand position there. And again, we do have a bend, push it back, sort of out to the side, forward. So there's quite a nice bit of movement. Oh, something I didn't check with Fei Fei. Is there any middle section? No twisting on the waist. No twisting at all. But we have the head movement, so she can have sort of, gives more expression, I think. If their heads move from side to side, forward and back, you can get, especially if you're doing photos, you can get much better angles on it like that. I'm going to enjoy having a play with some photos because I think, like I say, she's going to be stunning. She has quite a few layers here. This is even lined. So again, we've got some good quality here. It's only lined up to the elbow, which is fair enough. And then she has the chiffon section, which sort of tucks inside, does it? I'm going to tuck it inside anyway. So maybe it doesn't. So that is lined, which is nice. This is all stitched on. It's not, no glue, nothing like that. We have the chiffon on the outer, and then she's got a few more layers. We have a satin underskirt. We have some more chiffon over the top, and again this satin ribbon, and it is beautifully stitched. It is attached here, so I will get rid of that one. Take out the little tiny, these are really tiny. Can you see how tiny those plastic bits are? They're usually bigger than that, so they're easy to see. But again, I suppose if you're leaving them displayed, but I would rather take them out because as you can see, they can leave little holes and things, so I'd rather not. Legs, let's have a look, because we couldn't really see Fei Fei's knees because she's got her leggings on. So we have a bend to the knee. She has a nice shape to her leg. Does she? Yep, slight sideways movement. Forward movement, which is what, about, I would say that's a 90, almost a 90 degrees. So she's got a nice sitting position. She has these lovely little shoes which are held on by elastic. Those are the only ones I'm sometimes tempted to keep on because I don't want to lose the shoes, which I do have a tendency to do. So you can see obviously she's got a heeled foot, otherwise she would not be able to wear such a shoe, but they are lovely. Again, detailed. Let's have a look even on the back. I think there's a little bit of a detail on the back. So that is really, really nice. They are lovely shoes. I do like the doll shoes. I'm a bit of a sucker for shoes. For the dolls, not for myself. That is the weird thing. They've got definitely more shoes than I've got. So let's pop her bracelet, can't think of the word, what am I thinking of? Belt, back on. I mean, these, I can see the different layers. We've got 2 layers here, the bias binding here. She has definitely got some quality to her. I think the price I paid was good, and I think she was worth that price. Don't know whether I'd have wanted to pay a huge amount more, although saying that, the collectible Barbies are all about £80 plus, and so were the collectible Cindy's that I got. So I think 59 was actually quite reasonable for her. Whether it's just because it's a project that people aren't that well sort of knowledge of, that's really not a sentence, but perhaps it's something not that everybody knows because not everybody has Netflix, so perhaps they don't think it's going to be sort of as widely sort of bought, so perhaps they kept the price down a little bit. I don't know. So, and this, I'm presuming, we'll take it round there like that. I think it's a little bit surplus. I know it's in the film, that's why they've put it there, but I think it is a little bit surplus. So there she is with her jade hair. He's great in the film. He's quite a funny character. There's one section of the film that I thought went a little bit weird, the animation suddenly changes. But apart from that, it is absolutely gorgeous, and it's sort of dealing with the folklore as well, which I always love. Oh, we've got another one of those tiny weeny bits there. But all in all, I think Fei Fei and our heroine of the film are absolutely stunning. This, I think, would be great for a child. I don't think there's any problem there. This is a 6+, but I think it's really something, well, they'd probably end up taking it apart, so it'd sort of be a bit pointless, really. But I think this one's incredibly playable. There's no problem at all with that. So again, stunning little dolls. I thought I'd share them with you. I hope you've all had a fabulous Christmas, although we're only just coming out of Christmas. I know most of my family are back to work now. That's why I decided to get the video done. And I'm going to be working on a smart doll hat. I've got a new hat design that I want to have a play with. So that is going to be coming up hopefully tomorrow. Don't hold me to that. Depends on what I get done today. So all in all, there they are. Hope you enjoyed that. Definitely recommend them as dolls, but definitely check out the prices. Check the other toy shops. I mean, the Entertainer's quite often a good toy shop as well over here in the UK. Obviously, if you're elsewhere, I know a lot of people do get bargains from Target and Walmart in the US, but they're not companies we have. So I know sometimes I see it and I'm really jealous because you get sometimes better offers than we do. But Amazon's always there to save the day if you're really stuck. So thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe and share if you enjoy my videos. And oh, I've just dropped poor old Bungie, and hope to see you all very soon with some crochet work. Bye.